Hey, well, bad news. We did make the canon that Khali and Teriani went together.
Oh, so Khali's
Whoa.
watching Teriani get stuffed by a furniture.
Khali only snickers once.
Yeah, so you step in, you're looking around, you're like, oh, there's everything seems more or less to be intact. It doesn't look like this place has been looted. And then you very quickly find out why, as a big chest of drawers scrambles forward and slaps Teriani upon the side of the head. Um, I imagine Kali might make some sort of a noise if Teriani doesn't, and that'll make it Kirrik's turn.
Which way do I go? Where is this? Is it south or west?
It's west. It's the building in the center of the map.
Okay.
Music is so dramatic.
Very dramatic.
I can't move. Game was paused.
There you go. Crash through the window.
Oh, is that a window?
That's a window. You could just jump out of it if you want to.
That's a little too
It's
much.
loosely boarded, but clearly for someone of your mythic power.
Well, if we're gonna talk about mythic power, then yeah, sure, I'll bust through it. You wanna drag me in a straight line so I can bust through it?
Yep, there's attempt to move it collides with a wall. There's 15 feet of movement. Crash. Cool. Boom bang.
There's one move. Where's the door? Yeah, it looks like it's on the far side.
On the far side.
Two move actions.
There's Kali looking aghast.
Khali's cackling.
It's the funniest thing you've seen all day.
I'm gonna step here to see what's going on. That's a big fucking chest of drawers.
Right, Yawn.
Well, I'm a mere mortal, so I'm just gonna walk out the door like a normal person at a elevated pace. This is... Don't like that doorway.
Calm down, horn section.
Alright, horn section, you're getting uppity.
I just hear the horns intensifying.
The Eternal Desert.
What's going on? Oh my god!
Yeah, so that is also a window that is, it's not really boarded up, but it is, the glass is still like solid on it. If you wanted to interact, you could, smash it open if you needed line of effect or something.
Do I know that there's something big going on in?
Yeah, you should be able to see that there is a big construct creature that is kind of flexing its might.
Then yes, I will interact with the window so I can actually like jump through it if I need to, or have line of sight and cast things. And
so if you want to move, you can just jump through, and you don't need to make a check or anything for that because it's not, like a security window or anything. If you wanted to just open it or break it, you can use an action and stay where you are.
I'm gonna I'll break it.
Okay, it's broken. Nothing should have changed on your end, but I removed the barrier.
Is that you breaking glass or banging glass bottles?
That's the inside of the house.
Okay. That's my turn.
2 moves and smash the window open. Khali.
Okay. Khali is going to grab an elixir of life. Khali is going to use an elixir of life on Teriani, who is, like, dead there.
He's just laughing the whole time.
Yep. Let's see. Do.
Oh man.
I should have to use button right. I don't have to do anything special for this one since it's not a special thing.
Click the picture of it. And then I'll have Teriani click that.
Cool. And then I'm going to. Guess I'll shoot it. It's a giant thing. Teriani's on the ground. I can shoot it from here. Okay.
Yeah, crossbow bolt lodges itself pretty securely into the framing of it. It's not going to be difficult to hit, but it's going to be difficult to do anything about. And now we're at Teriani's turn, who should be the time when I tell him about what he saw when he got knocked unconscious. But
We just see things and we go unconscious here.
that's how this whole campaign's been. Well, all right, let's play him by committee. How much we know about Teriani? I imagine he would probably want to stand up, try risking it.
Yeah. Because crawling's still a move action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so might
still
as well.
procs the attack of opportunity if there is one.
Yeah, so there's no reason not to try to stand up.
He's gonna try standing up, and he gets away with it.
Man, I hope Teriani gets out of the room.
Yeah, I guess second action, since it didn't seem to respond, just back fully out of the room. And maybe last action, nudge fate on Kirrik.
That sounds correct.
Seems right, yeah.
Well, when he nudges fate, he can use his other effect, right?
Think so.
He could, but he doesn't have the action economy to do the other thing.
Oh, okay.
So the other thing is familiar balance luck. Oh no, it's a no action.
Oh, that's a free action.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a rider.
I need to. I have everything set to auto hide. I need to roll something to turn that off. All right, so let's nudge fate. And that'll go on Kirrik. And then
Extempore.
familiar balance luck, which will also go on Kirrik. Unless it would make more sense to go. They can't. He's too far away. All right, Kirrik, do your job.
One of these puts the spider on him, right?
No, you just have to be within 15 feet of Clickety.
Of the spider. Okay.
And I am leaning toward the house rule direction of there's no reason why a tiny familiar can't ride a character.
Yeah.
Which technically isn't raw supported. So that goes on Kirrik. And it'll be the cabinet's turn.
The presidential cabinet?
Yep. So unfortunately, the cabinet has seen a smashed window and will come rushing over there, and it rears up like a horse
Bruh.
and jabs a drawer out through the window at Yawn. I'm going to give you lesser cover.
Is this thing just hunting invaders?
Maybe?
Like thieves?
Maybe?
I'm sitting here like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm right here. Kill me.
I should have set a hotkey for cover. I didn't. I set a hotkey for art, like throw up art really fast.
Nice.
I love Kirrik's cat and the whole village burning around him.
It was worth it for the cat.
All for the cat.
Yeah, I don't know if Ryan's got a good chance to look at all these guys.
I've gotten to see Kirrik's.
Kirrik
Wait,
have different
why is
colored
Kirrik on there
eyes.
twice?
It looks like he does. This is
Hmm,
AI art, and I
Golarion.
decide whatever is in the art is canon.
Golarion.
I guess it does add the edginess. Edgy was one of the things I put into the AR description.
All right, well, there's a 34 to hit.
Oh, good God.
It would. So the cover that I forgot to apply, that's what I was looking for, is going to knock that down to a by 9. So it's not a critical hit. It still does
Hooray!
22 bludgeoning damage.
But since there's going to be a lot of blood force trauma today,
It is going to throw a bottle out the front door.
oh, that's rude.
That is a 24 on Kirrik's AC.
That is a hit.
So you were going up there pushing Khali out of the way and then get hit in the face with a bottle. Alright, so that's going to do 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And an alchemical substance splashes you, calling for a fort save.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god. I want to hero point
Oh, dear.
Yeah, let me start the hero point timer up, by the way.
that. Yeah. I was about to say I'm pretty good at those, but apparently not.
Apparently not. You're gonna have to take your hero point away. I just gave you another one here. Alright, a success. So, whatever it is and whatever its effects are, you manage to shrug off the worst of it, but you will take 1 point of poison damage. That is full damage, but it was a 1, so who cares? And now it's your turn.
Does Yawn count as flanking?
Yes.
Sweet.
Nice work, Yawn.
Hey, I'm helping.
26 is a hit.
Okay. My last action to drink of my foes, which will shift me to my worn icon, I think is a good idea.
Your food doesn't have vitality.
Hey, something's animating it. Whatever that is, I'm drinking it.
You know, I wonder if there will be clarification on things that are immune to vitality or void, if that matters. This clearly did not do full damage.
Yeah, I wish they did it do, because I get half that.
Reveal to everyone.
7. Cool.
And Yawn, it's your turn.
This looks like a cabinet full of problems.
And it's supposed to be a cabinet full of solutions.
Don't feel that way. Alright, I'm going to strike it with bludgeoning damage.
And it also has cover, and that explains the crit miss. It wasn't the bad roll, it was the context of the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I am trying to shove this long 6-foot stick through this window at a moving cabinet full of things that we may or may not need.
Like a horse.
That acts like a...
Yay.
Alright, I guess I will try to swing again. Why did it flip?
So now he's, there's a guy in the house. That is a, that's not going to hit because of the cover. Ruining your fun.
Okay. Last action, I'm gonna... I'm sorry, Kirrik. I'm gonna step.
Bruh.
Wait, can he still see me?
No.
Okay.
As far as you could tell, no. Wink.
You're right. It doesn't have eyes. How would I know?
Khali?
Let's see. I'm going to assume Kirrik is not mind being hit with very minor splash lightning damage, and I'm going to throw a bomb at this.
I guess you weren't there for the opening. Well, you were there for the opening scenario, right? Where our characters walked through a bunch of traps.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Kirrik doesn't mind a little splash.
Knowing all that Khali knows about Kirrik, she's going to assume he probably doesn't being hit with the tiniest amount of splash damage here.
I forgot we did beginner box.
As long as I don't terribly miss this. Okay.
A
That was almost a 20.
A 30 is a hit.
Oh yeah, fucking lightning bombs. I forgot how good those are.
Yeah.
New alchemist stuff looks pretty sweet. I don't know if it'll exactly solve all my problems with it, but it's pretty cool. The fucking
I think I would like that.
The Chirurgeon getting healing bombs is pretty sweet.
I mean, I think I can do that just as a upgrade anyways, but...
Alright, well, good news. It takes no damage.
It should still get the off guard though, right?
I don't know if it didn't take any damage.
I think as long as it hits, it just applies it. It doesn't say it doesn't.
It doesn't say it doesn't. I think I'm riding off a PF1 lore.
Let me remove this.
EF1 lore.
Kirrik, you also take 2 damage.
Yeah, on a hit, it just becomes off guard. It doesn't say on damage, it just says on hit. So
wait for you to just take the 2 from this.
Yeah. See.
I think...
I hit apply damage on the 2, but it gave me the 6.
Huh. Okay, I was revealing the name of the token here, but I wanted to change it, and I accidentally made it a really funny pun, in my opinion.
Oh no.
Okay, so you drew a bomb, you threw a bomb.
And then I'm going to reload my crossbow.
Teriani. So, leveled spells, he has Augury and Times Loose Arrow, and no 3rd rank spells prepared. So if you guys all want to be quickened, we can make that happen.
I mean, what are the odds that this thing follow? What is that name?
What does quicken mean?
Okay.
You guys are making jokes over there. Not you.
I mean, what are... Do we really feel like it's gonna chase us out, like follow us out of the room?
You gave
I
yourself.
don't think
You
you
were
can
just
score the
jonesing
doors.
for quickened. I just was putting the link there. I didn't cast the spell.
Oh, I think that's the spell. I mean, I don't know if Quicken will make a huge difference, but it would let you. I guess it's already off guard, but I don't know what else there is for Tyrion to do.
Well, we can
Besides-
we'll stick to his routine, which is getting within 15 feet of Kirrik. So I move, continuing to nudge fate, which renews that. He has to nudge fate so often so that Clickety can familiar bounce luck. He's not close enough to give it a minus AC, so Kirrik, you can get another plus AC. And then we'll test that. Alright, so a drawer strike against Kirrik. A 27. For 16 bludgeoning damage. It's going to lob a bottle at Khali. Misses, and then a tertiary strike against Kirrik. Oh-ho! Now it's your turn.
My turn. Let's shift eminence one action to my weapon icon. Hit. Damage. Oh, that sucks. Alright, we'll go for a secondary attack. No point in
Oh,
trying
no.
to drink on my foes when no health will be gained. Rip.
Okay.
Alright, that's it.
Yawn, you survived with your excellent strategizing.
Alright, I'm gonna step over here. Kirrik looks fine. I'm going to poke at it with a stick.
You missed.
I'm gonna turn this into a walking stick. Alright, Swing. Well, I may as well swing again.
Yeah. Man, what a amazingly defensive window.
It is a great window. I'm gonna abuse it while I have it.
Ollie.
Uh,
Dynamic combat we got going on here.
Well, I have nothing better to do. I'm going to shoot the cabinet.
That's probably not off guard anymore.
I don't think so. Let me see. Oops.
Off guard until the
Until
start
the
of your
start,
next
yeah.
turn, yeah. Whoa, a shot. Success, hit.
One shot. Reload. And then 2 shot. Miss. Okay. And then button.
Maybe Teriani is gonna go around to the other side so he can give it minuses.
I feel like that makes
Yeah,
reasonable
there's another
sense.
window.
There's 2 moves to run around to the other building as he sees Yawn over there, and Yawn's the cleric, and wounded person standing next to a cleric makes weird sense. Nudge fate on, I guess, Yawn, which will kill Kirrik's. And then Familiar of Balanced Luck on the beef case. Tempore effect. Kill the extempore effect. And now it's the beef case's turn. Drawer strike. Ugh. Drawer strike. Ugh. Drawer strike. Hey. Swing for the fences for 21 damage.
Ouch.
Now it's your turn.
All right. Attack. Nice. Do some actual damage, please. Hey, not bad. How much damage does he actually take, though?
Reveal to everyone.
6 isn't worth it. Attack again. Okay, we'll shift. Let me read my mournful epithet real quick. Oh, not that one. That one.
His eyes are overstimulated. He's got some kind of eyes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was making sure if it actually worked. Okay, I'll switch to my body icon.
I was checking to see, because he's got a laundry list of immunities, but it doesn't look like Dazzled has.
It is a mental and emotion effect.
Well, he's immune to all those things.
Okay. I think, knowing it's a mental and emotion effect, I'll just switch to Bengals. Get the AC. Scar will be nice when he inevitably knocks me down, but I'll take my Bengals past turn.
You know that you're not going to impress a cabinet. Yawn. A kindly witch has appeared by your side.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna heal the front line. Do that. For Kirrik.
Teriani looks at you sadly. Excuse me, I'm right here. Should Teriani get the 2 hit points?
Yes, he should absolutely get the 2 hit points. And then I will... Is he immune to battle medicine?
No, he is not currently.
Cool, I'm gonna do that. And this...
Terrible.
Well, it's something. I only have so much in my book about people who get bludgeoned to death by a walking cabinet.
Okay, Khali. How are you going to solve this puzzle?
Probably with bullets, and also reminding Kirrik that he should have a Drakeheart mutagen.
Yeah.
This gives you extra armor.
I'm saving it for tomorrow. It'll spoil tomorrow.
It takes a lot of actions to put in my hand is the problem, but I'm definitely gonna think about it.
Did you watch the video about the alchemist? It's like, instead of spending your actions to heal people, you give them a potion and make them spend theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, I could move forward, create one myself with my 1 regen, and give it to you on the next... Because I'd have to use it before the turn is in.
Next time we play, we'll have to decide if you want to remaster or not.
Anyways, I'm gonna shoot the cabinet.
It worked.
Reload. Shoot.
I mean, this thing probably has a broken threshold, so if we hit that...
You definitely didn't with that.
Oh.
Ooh. Reloading.
Okay, Teriani's up. I guess we'll start doing some violence now. It's got cover, so he'll phase bolt.
Probably.
That sounds correct.
And then continue nudging fate. So he can failure. All right, this thing's starting to get beat up pretty bad. You're aware of, this whole broken threshold thing, but it's not quite there yet. He's going to drawer Kirrik. Miss. Holy smokes. That bangle saved you, I think.
Good.
Nobody's raising shields to take advantage of it. Aren't you sad about that? First iterative hits you for 18 damage. Third iterative hits 14 damage. Yeah, but what it's basically doing is just rearing up and stomping on you.
Like in horse drawers.
Horse drawers. It's your turn, and you're pretty bad.
Alright, let's see. Shift eminence to weapon icon. It's not gonna do that much damage.
It's not going to do that much damage.
Yeah. Alright, fuck it. All in. Ow! No! I should have drank of my foes! Alright.
Yawn?
We're gonna use the last healing action.
Kirrik?
Kirrik, please stay alive.
You may not be the heart of this party, but you're definitely the sword? That was a really good roll.
Yeah, it was.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And then give the other 2 to Teriani. Thank you. And I will take a stab at it. Literally and metaphorically.
That will hit, even with the cover.
Neat. Woo.
That will do damage. Okay. Khali.
Ooh, Khali gonna shoot the thing.
Super dynamic fight. That hits. It does no damage.
Oh, shut up. Load. And shoot it again. And think about life choices.
Mostly Kirik's, right?
Did I really want to come back to this planet? Well, Phase Bolt did damage last time. Let's keep doing that.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Missed.
Alright, fix it.
It's not broken. Please fix.
All right, let's see if I can knock you out this turn.
Is it out of potions?
It's got loads of potions. It's just got a guy in its face. I could start attacking you. Miss. Miss. Dang, Kirrik.
So the secret is to not have my bangles on.
The best defense is hitting it faster than it can hit you. Your turn. Is a hit. Right, before we resolve this, it's going to do something. You've clearly broken it at this point, and the broken condition is not in the condition shortcut for some reason. So it is going to be much easier to hack through at this point. Maybe that's a good thing. You can carry on. I just wanted to give it that broken conditions. See that it was broken.
Alright. So it takes 10 damage. 5 isn't really worth switching from my weapon, so let's go. This. Alright, that's a little bit more worth it. I'll use my last action to drink up my foes. Heal for 8 and shift to my Warn icon.
Okay, Yawn. Kirrik is turning the fight around. Maybe due to the amazing support that he's getting from several people outside.
Yep.
Well, you know.
He's nothing without
Supervisor.
his friends.
You know,
Alright.
Kirik's original design was for that exact purpose, was just to stand in place, let everybody else beat on the monster, and then I just crit a couple times at the beginning and things changed.
Fine, I'll do it myself, he said. Huh.
That's a lot of effects.
Oh. It hits.
That's a lot.
The hit is real.
Okay.
Modifiers matter.
That is not a hit. That hit is not real. Not counting lesser cover.
Alright, well, I still have the third action, right?
True. Swinging for fences.
That's, you know,
That just hit the
it
wall.
was worth a shot.
Hit the wall real hard. All right, now,
I thought the window needed to be bigger.
now it's Khali's turn.
Reload. Shoot the thing.
That is not actually a critical hit.
Modifiers matter.
However, it is enough of a hit.
Arrow splinters through it.
Yeah, give me that good description.
Or bolt, I guess.
Whatever you did was enough to overwhelm the animating force of it, and it shatters into a... Now it's just like a normal cabinet.
Man, that's a lot of blood spatter. Maybe it really was a beef case.
Cool. Well, if that's dead, let's figure out what we need is.
Just kind of peered in the window, like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
It's going.
So you can investigate the rest of this shop. It looks like everything that would be of immediate alchemical value is inside this cabinet because it's its own safety deposit box, I guess.
Mhm.
Most everything in it is spoiled and no good. You're not sure how long this has been left, abandoned, or these things have expired. Alchemical items are known for their volatility, but there are some salvageable things in there if you want to look in the cabinet.
Look
I'm
in the
reloading.
cabinet. Would I already know what any of these are? Just from carrying them on my person? Or knowing the formula?
Yeah, let me see if you know any of these formulas. I get reloaded back in here. Because I had to turn 3D dice back on. Right.
The two of those icons look very familiar to things that I already have, so
Yeah. Well, the icons aren't the safest thing.
I know that they don't always mean the same thing.
Okay, let's see here. You would know that there is a moderate eagle eye elixir.
Noise.
Noise. And you would know that there is a moderate antidote. The last one. Sorry, there's 2 eagle eye elixirs. There's 1 moderate antidote, and there's 2 of something that you don't know.
Cool. Well, we can figure that out in a minute. The lady needs an antidote, doesn't she?
That's true. And here you can, as you're walking. Oops. Well, there you go. It had a label on it. I meant to post the skill check, and I just revealed it. So.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take
All of those
since
things?
I don't know how to make that top one that way. I guess I should just take one of everything that's not the antidote.
Arguably, take everything. You're the alchemy person.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't.
You crawl through the window.
Yeah. Well, Kirrik put in the effort to like break it down. I may as well use it, right?
True.
I'm gonna take advantage of the non-combat situation and start rolling my burritos, but I'm still here, so I can still give input and stuff.
I can roll stuff. Yeah, listen, drive the action here.
We bust inside and save the lady. Is she like comatose or?
So you got her conscious, but she's gonna be sickened until she has been given some kind of medicine. This antidote would like immediately prompt for a saving throw, so to see if she can get up at least mobile.
Don't know if it was intended, but I could double click on Tanigi and see stats.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go fix that real fast. Oh, I know why. It's because I added them to the list of permissions.
That's fine. It's cool. That was intended. Fixes it.
Yeah. Remember, I made them all visible on the actors list. All right, well, I'm going to delete the moderate antidote out of the inventory because I'm tired of looking at these things.
Mm.
And the expectation is that you will feed this to Denigi. Who is, pretty quickly starts to have some color return and, sits up and looks a little bit more, healthy. You did find all of her stuff as well. Turning. I don't know if you guys have any more business. We managed to murder most of these people because they wouldn't bother saying hello. They said, "Let's rob you guys," and you said, "Not gonna happen." One of them did manage to escape. And Denigi will say, "Yeah, I don't really want to hang around here. And if you said Sakawachi's with you guys back at your camp, then we should maybe head back that way."
That would probably be for the best, and find a nice
What's the
place to
door?
rest.
Yeah. Hopefully you can make it there, but navigating Skywatch is never a sure thing. Let me check the time.
Maybe we should try to treat wounds first.
Yeah, treat wounds.
We got a guy with the compass on us, though.
Yeah.
That's worked out great.
We've
I got
got
like a
this.
50-50.
Do you want to roll some of those dice to restore hit points?
I'm
We should-
trying, yeah.
Probably start with that, yeah.
Don't worry about Kirrik.
Kirrik just
I'm not there to insta heal, but it'll happen.
superheroes and stuff. Failure.
I've tried the higher roll for Teriani since he's more hurt, but
Failure.
maybe I should just do baby healing.
Do you have continual recovery yet?
Yeah, I got that way early.
Now that you got continual recovery, I don't care to track anymore. I've given Kirrik 9,999 hit points.
Nice.
Also going to clear some of these conditions.
In the next room, we find 4 cabinets.
Hey guys, look, I finally learned how to climb.
Whoa, really?
I did! I got climbing claws! I finally learned how to climb! Just disappears to the roof.
Teriani was already immune to battle medicine when you battle medicine.
I did do that to him.
Alright, she's no longer stupefied. She's more or less ready to go. Alright, it is like something about 20 o'clock. Simple calendar. 19:33:46. That means plenty of stars to navigate by with your compass hand.
Alright, are we trusting Compasan or are we trusting Teriana's dice?
You're here.
Compass hand.
Okay.
Alright.
Got my hands up, picturing the stars. That one looks pretty bright. That looks north.
Hands up. Play my song. You make it back to the camp. You make it back to the camp safely. No, no interruptions or random jumps as you move your way around. Yesterday, or tonight was rough because you tried to go to the market and got, like attacked by shadows. You got attacked by cat elemental. But
Okay.
this time you made it back.
Yeah, everything was out to get us.
It's true. Let's see. Stick. Good. Janigi thrilled to be home or not back. Reunited. Um, Enuma, glad to have her. Enuma and Janigi seem like they're kind of tight. They not necessarily that they're in a relationship, but they seem to be the most competent people of the party. Like they are clearly they're the like most kind of martial people there. And Ulakuk, who's got the broken leg, is somewhat, a little dejected that he's not in particularly fighting shape, but he will be sooner than later. Sakawachi goes to give Denigi a big hug, and she's like, Denigi looks like she's trying to hold back yakking. Need some fresh air, please. Mats, who, if you don't recall, was the leader of this mercenary band, after all of the warm welcomes and reintroductions are made. So what's the deal with those people?
They're not
they weren't
anymore?
particularly friendly.
They're not people. Who were they? Monsters?
No, they weren't particularly friendly and attacked us, so we had to defend ourselves.
Aggressively, I take it.
Yeah.
There was one that scampered off, but that's not going to have consequences later, right?
It's a big city. If you're, I mean, you took down the hobgoblins. If they probably did the smart thing and aren't going to be causing too much trouble anymore.
So we've had hobgoblins, we've had mercenaries. How many other parties are running around in this city that we don't know about or are interested in it that you know about?
As far as I know, those were the two big groups. There may be groups outside of the city, and that's the next thing that I'm worried about. Is we had one of our guys follow one of these northern folks outside of town, and we haven't heard back from either one of them. So there may be a group out there, or the wilderness could have got to them. So if you're, you're still willing to do favors, would mean a lot to us to find out what happened to them. They're missing a guy they called Pamak, and we've got a man Hisoi who followed him. This was yesterday. You guys are looking pretty worn out, so if you wanted to rest, I wouldn't blame you. If my guy gets in over his head, well, it's kind of his own fault, but if he's in trouble and you can get him out of it, well, I don't know, but you seem to be pretty good at rescuing people.
We
We do have a
rest,
good
and
track.
also do I have time to try and analyze these elixirs
Yeah,
if we rest?
if you overnight rest, you got time to do pretty much whatever you want. You're talking
Yeah, I want to.
have some unID'd. What do you have it?
Or no, to like get the formulas for myself. Because
Oh,
they're technically higher level. It's the same thing, but of a higher level, so. Meaning I
so
know what it is, but
I
not how to make it.
I did some research on that, and that's like doing that takes as long as it would normally to craft it. So it's gonna be like a minimum of 2 days
Oh, okay.
because you have to do the like day setup and then day lab, and then the rest of it is how much time you want to put into it.
Mm.
But what I know,
Alright, well I can wait then, I guess.
you made flowers. Right.
I made flowers?
Yeah, I saw in your inventory you had fear flower nectar.
I do. I can just magically make it. I figure frightened is a reasonable status effect.
That's one of the
If I
best.
can
ones.
ever land a bullet with that on it.
So, do you think before you go looking for this last person, if you want to, I'm not in charge, that you want to rest?
I mean, these aren't like critical, and I think resting is best for all of us. What do you guys think?
I have no resources to heal people at the moment,
Unless we rest.
unless we rest.
I think Kirrik's the only person who will not benefit from a rest, and I will indirectly benefit from a rest because you guys do. So
Yeah. Kirrik fights for his friends.
I fight for my friends.
Alright.
Well, I'll sleep button.
I have a regents again.
I'll move time to. You guys want to wait till dusk the next day so that you can navigate? You can move about in the daytime, but it's much more difficult.
I would prefer to do it at night where we can take advantage of the stars. So I need to have the right number of spells and spell levels.
Can I acquire more ammunition here?
Yes. These are a mercenary company. They don't have a lot of supplies, but if you want to buy anything up to level 2, you can.
I just want like bolt
Yeah,
ammunition, whatever.
you can buy bolts from them. How many spells does this witch man get? I'm gonna figure that out, and I'm gonna get some soda and keep on.
Joe put in the chat its top 3 third level spells.
Yeah, I'll let him change it if he ever gets to come playing, but I'm gonna go ahead and make the slots on his sheet. He is a 5th level, 5332.
I'm getting brave with how
Let
much
me
stuff in
do
these
my
burritos.
pass out stuff. We should probably try and identify this rune stone too.
Yeah, it's another day. You can try it.
Everybody take your elixirs of life. They are better now. Whoever feels like they're going to be frontlining, please take some soothing tonics.
Yeah,
Kirrik, please
Soothing
take
tonic.
another Drakeheart mutagen.
What does a soothing tonic do?
Soothing tonic is fast healing 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And it has the healing trait, so I can make more of them because I can make it. This is my signature item.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Chirurgeon.
I made fear flower nectars. Can I just preemptively poison? It's maybe it says four things.
Yes.
Just ready them. Okay.
Make sure he doesn't get bonus spells for something or other. Witches are hard.
Alright, so that would be 4 of those that I have done because
Nope.
one poison only applies to 1 ammunition, which is kind of dumb, but you know, whatever. Look at how much better these elixirs of life are. It's a 3d6 plus 6.
What were the last ones?
Like a 1d6.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the baby one. This one is a lesser one.
Did Kirrik get all the ones he needs?
I haven't been able to grab anything yet.
I don't think
I have
anyone's
stuff
gotten
downstairs.
anything.
Okay.
Burritos.
I am.
The sad thing is, we've been waiting for you to get 5th level so that you can make the better elixirs, and then I'm pretty sure that you're gonna want to re-roll off the remaster build that comes out in 2 days.
Oh yeah, how do I look at that? Where is that? I wanna see what it is.
The remaster?
Yeah.
It's not out yet. It
Or
comes
was
out.
that
It
the
comes out August 1st.
okay, well where would I go to look at that when it comes out?
Nethys.
Okay.
So how many of these should go to Kirrik and how many should go to Teriani?
2 elixirs of life to everyone but Kirrik. Kirrik gets Drakeheart mutagen, and then whoever wants a soothing tonic can have it. I'd assume Kirrik would want one. I'd assume Yawn would probably want one.
Giving them all to Kirrik.
He looks like he needs a good cup of tea.
2 elixirs of life.
Kirik's more of a
I
coffee guy.
think I put both of my mutagens in there, but it's fine. It's not like I can hold anything anyways.
You almost heal better off of Drink of My Foes than you do elixirs of life.
The problem is drinking my foes, like relying on it, is somewhat of a gamble. Because if I spend my turn healing, if I plan to heal off an elixir on my turn, it will work. If I plan on drinking my foes that turn, I still have to hit. It's
Yeah.
usually better, but I have to actually hit.
All right. Well, I'm giving. You're gonna have 3 of them. 3 of the 7. And the other 2, Teriani's got 2. Jandar has none. I'm gonna force them into him.
Okay.
And this unidentified armor runestone. There's checks.
It's a rock.
Oh, I think I gotta get token out. Do it. Yeah, Jandar, you're not sure what it is at all. Khali, you're still pretty confident that it's armor, but you don't know what kind of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Teriani, what's his best skill?
Make a cultism, right?
Yeah, it's got to be occultism.
Yeah, he. For an item or location, you get a sense of what it does and learn any means of activating it. Yeah, it's you're the 2 of you. You're not 100% confident, but you're willing to stake on it being just a potency rune. If you want
Cool.
to transfer it to something before you head out, it's a good idea.
Probably, yeah. Craft requirements. You are an expert in crafting. But I'd have to have what magical crafting? Alright, I'm assuming we're putting that on Kirrik, right? That would make the
Yes.
most sense.
I think I already have one.
Yeah?
I don't know. Adam, could you check my inventory for me?
Check Kirik's inventory.
I think my breastplate's already a +1, but it might not be.
You're definitely encumbered.
Am I encumbered?
Yep.
Oh, I guess I did get. I was on the borderline. I probably just got some elixir. So yeah.
You do have a lot of consumables that have yet to be consumed. You have a lot of consumables. You're equipped with scale mail. It is not with any potency rune. You're also carrying around a set of chainmail.
I don't know which one's better.
You're also carrying around a scroll of fireball.
That one I was aware of. No one expects the edgy sword guy to bust out a fireball.
You're right. I wouldn't expect that, and now I'm just confused.
So I don't think any of you yourselves could transfer this rune. Um, what is the level of the property? There's nobody here in the camp that could transfer it either.
You really need magical crafting just to apply a runestone?
Apparently.
See, I told you it was a rock.
Yeah, as far as we're concerned, it's just a rock.
I'm sensing I may need magical crafting. For a variety of things. Rules.
If only the city were a real city.
Yawn's over here all confused. Like, this towns are like.
Yawn, how are you doing on carrying capacity? You got loads of space.
Yeah, I could also probably sell off that studded leather armor if they want it.
To the bandits, yeah, they're absolutely willing to take and buy your equipment.
Yeah, I'll sell the studded leather armor, and that should free up some more.
And I've got the stop and swap ready for you. If you drag things onto it, it should just give you money.
I mean, that's really all I gotta swap out. I don't. Did I get 3 gold pieces?
Kirrik, you could probably sell that chainmail if you wanted. It's 3 whole bulk.
Yeah, I can't remember if chainmail or scale mail is better. I think scale mail is better.
Scale mail's better for you. Or
Yeah.
they're the same. It's just scale mail is less bulky and gives you the same. It's the same because +1 item, -1 dex.
Gotcha.
So I'll sell the
Yeah, we'll
chainmail.
just sell it.
You want to sell this longsword you've got?
Yeah.
That gets you under encumbered for now. I don't think Teriani's got anything worth selling. I love gear management.
So much junk. But I can't sell it
We
because
are
I need it to make stuff.
Yeah, we are compiling a lot of junk.
We need a bag of holding. That's what it is, right?
Yeah. Teriani's carrying around a longsword.
We should ask him if he wants us to get rid of that squirrel.
There's time. All right. I'm ready to go rescue these people that have been outside of town all night.
That seems like a good idea. We should go do.
I'm gonna give this potency to Khali. Safekeeping. Your backpack is so swole.
I know.
I think there is a
It's
limit to
just
how much you
stuffed
can
to the
carry.
brim with potions.
I think there is a limit to how much a backpack can carry. 4 bulk.
Yeah.
You have less than 4 bulk in it.
I don't think I could carry anything else.
It's got 3 bulk of stuff in your backpack. That's great.
No, I mean, I can't carry anything
Oh,
else.
right. Yeah.
I am sworn to
I'm
carry your
not.
burdens.
It's because I have so many things I'm saving to learn how to make whenever I get stuff, but it's gonna take me forever to learn how to make stuff.
All right. So, let's try and navigate. You wait till the stars make themselves known, and Yawn, you can try and lead your way to make it to the gates, and you succeed.
Whee!
Man, the stars are really in position today.
Yeah.
Just looking great.
It is Tuesday. Since we are doing something that is marginally scouty, or not scouty, but like wilderness exploration, if you guys want to confirm your exploration activities.
Think I'm scouting right now?
When you start, leaving the gate, Kirrik, since your perception, or since you're searching, I'm gonna have you make a perception check.
I just got back.
Hey, you can click that button.
I can click the button myself. Got my burritos all rolled and frozen.
So you are able to see what everyone else can see without making a check because they are trained in survival.
Wow.
Uh, boot prints that seem to match the kind of tread that the rest of these Arutaki people would have made. Fur boots that are made for traveling warm. It is slushy mud out there. Remember, we are very northern latitude, just on the southern tip of the Lake of Mists and Veils. I don't know how much any of your characters know about geography, but
Here, nothing.
this planet, no thanks.
Do you guys have mountains here?
Don't want muddy fur.
They will be easy to spot. They lead southwest. You want to follow? No, we don't want to play the game.
That's what we're
Where's
here
that
to do,
gate
right?
I mean,
Given Kirrik is here, point back. You follow the tracks before they come to some blood-soaked rocks at the mouth of a cave.
dear. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Now what?
Follow the blood trails? I don't know.
Cannot take this action. Currently paused.
Game's paused? No, it's not.
I'm just gonna follow behind Kirrik as we
Right.
go investigate the blood.
Carefully.
Don't get any closer than Kirrik did, but you guys can move up if you'd like. When you kind of come around the corner, you hear a very loud, sort of obvious kind of sniffing sound. And then you hear a voice call out from inside the darkness of the cave. It's a bestial sounding kind of voice. Let's see if anybody you guys know this language.
I like that text. That font.
Oh, hey, I understand language.
Do
What language
you?
is it? Yeah, I see the text.
Oh, that means you probably understand it.
The plain text, anyway.
Yep.
Oh, there's only 2 languages I speak, so.
Kirrik and Teriani both understand the creature inside bellowing out draconic. And then slowly emerging out of the shadow of the darkness in there. Is it this guy?
Hello.
You ain't got no legs.
I like his lines.
Kirrik, you understood it, and so did Teriani. And if you want to, you can do whatever you want. You're gonna have to drive though. Teriani's not here.
I'm trying to think how I would describe the person we're looking for in a way that matters to a fucking dragon. Kirrik will give the description of the person we're looking for, and if she's back there.
That was a
Yeah,
dude
we
that
have
were looking
no quarrel. We're just looking for this person.
All right, make an impression.
That's one of these buttons, right? Maneuver in flight. I don't see make an impression in here.
It's probably on the second tab.
Oh. Yep, there we go.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
it will continue in Draconic. Yes, I seem to recall them coming around a day or two ago. And I'm in a particularly good mood as I've had my fill of them. In fact, I could show you. I've made them into something of a trophy. And it makes this grand gesture of like inviting you into the cave with its wing.
What do you guys think?
I don't know. I don't speak Draconic.
He's inviting us in.
Proceed carefully? Question mark.
It says that he's seen them, and he implied that he ate them, and he wants to show us the trophy.
Well, do we have
Figure we go in, we see if it's true, and then we leave.
I guess, yes, proceed with caution. It's my vote.
This dragon's got a.
Khali's
It's
a
hard to
curious
tell
cat.
because draconic faces and all, but it's got a big grin on its face.
Hey, Teriani, do you know anything about these things?
Oh, that's a good question. Teriani, target it and all knowledge. Teriani tries to remember if they've heard anything related to it. It's a dragon. We should be on guard.
A wyvern.
The dragon backs away and then motions to its right, which will be south on this. Kirrik, you don't have any light.
Oh yeah. Someone
Let me fix that.
light me up.
Yeah.
Want a glow potion?
Glow potion, light spell. Light me up.
You are lit, fam.
Inside the cave, you can see that there are two stalagmites that have been shorn into stable flat surfaces, upon which two very pained-looking skulls are sitting, as well as the makings of a
Ooh.
horde, which will ping Khali's your detect magic.
I see. Really doesn't like this.
How many people did we know went this way? The one person we're looking for, and how many else?
Two.
One other.
Okay,
Two
so
people named Hisoi and Palmak. When the dragon sees you see these severed heads, it cackles and says, "Yes, quite a show of my prowess, don't you think?" And he
yeah,
pats
For
definitely.
somewhat
he
impressive.
he pats his belly.
Is there any indication that these two are the people we're looking for? Or are these
Uh,
just skulls?
the Palmak's head, which is the guy that's Arutaki, you would be able to tell for sure that that's him because it's a Arutaki's head and it's still wearing like bloody cowl or like the hood of a winter coat. The other guy you wouldn't be 100% sure of, but it's a guy with a helmet on.
So we know the guy that we're looking for is now dead.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, and then the dragon says, "Yeah, if I weren't so full now digesting, probably could have torn you limb from limb already, but I'm feeling quite jolly."
Well, it's nice. Glad to make new friends.
Yeah,
Uh,
things have definitely changed there in the city. Perhaps you could spread word of my power and poise and bring me more gifts, and I could see it upon myself to take your city under my protection.
I'm sure that's something people will consider.
Is this guy gonna be a problem?
How do you feel about these guys?
Uh,
We've got confirmation the guy we're
kind of
looking
us
for
to
is gone.
leave.
So, do we just leave?
Uh,
Do you think we can get proof of Palmok's device? It'd probably be hard bargaining to pull something out of a dragon's hoard.
yeah, probably.
How's our mapping outside of the city?
What do you mean?
Like, is it easier to navigate outside the city than it is inside the city?
Yeah, once you left the city, it seemed to be somewhat easier. Like you still have a hard time knowing which way is like north, but without the confusingness of the streets just being like open terrain, it's much easier to move about.
So theoretically, we could mark this location and make our way back here if we wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, if you go into the city, you'd still have to navigate, but once you got outside, this would be a relatively easy place to find. I mean, you found it today because you follow the tracks.
Okay.
Does Dragon have a name?
I'll ask the dragon what his name is.
So we know what to call the mighty dragon.
Yes, my reputation should spread far into your little township and teach the locals to fear and respect me and pay tribute for their very survivals. I think for now, let them only hear of the dread Myroga.
Yeah, got it.
Cool sounding
Myroga or
name for a
Myorga?
dragon.
They just sounded like growls and snarls to you there, bud.
That's
Does this dragon speak common or Taldane or whatever the fuck? Like, if I ask him in Taldane if he speaks Taldane, does he respond?
It responds in Draconic. It's like, do not speak that profane tongue to me. We are lords of these lesser mans. I see the power that dwells in you.
Okay. Big boss. Yeah. So I guess we got what we're looking for. I guess we'll leave. It's a pretty cool place you got here.
Hurry back with your tributes once you've amassed a sufficient wealth to not perk my ire. And he
Yep.
kind of, somewhat like a bird, kind of swirls around and mounts onto this little hoard of mostly trinkets, and looks at you pleased. But yeah, he lets you go. He has no problem letting you go.
Gonna back out of there.
Hallie's gone.
Yeah. So I guess we unless the guy had a MacGuffin we need to come back for, or if we really want whatever that magic item is.
Well, I don't know about you, but we were clustered awfully close to each other.
You worried about dragon breaths?
I don't know if it had dragon breath or not. We don't have a very good track record when it comes to spacing, though.
I just assume anything that speaks Draconic that's not a fucking player character is a it has some kind of breath weapon. I mean, shit, I shoot beams to my eyes. That's kind of a breath weapon. I think I can even do it in a line.
Maybe that's what he saw.
Eyes are breathing.
All right. You make it back to Skywatch. You will need to navigate again. So click.
I can just scroll up.
I click that, it'll repost it. Oh, neat.
That's Orion's sock, right?
Yeah. You're Orion Sock. On your way back, you're not sure. You know, you never seem to be taking the same route coming and going to a place. So you don't know where you are in the city. But it's getting like there's a little bit of overcast and it's getting somewhat noticeably more difficult to make sure that you're going where you think you are. When you pass by like a kind of an open, obviously rated storefront, and a haggard voice calls out to you from inside as you pass by and says, "Stop. A trade. I offer you a trade." For Dark Souls.
Ominous.
You guys gonna see what's up or run?
I mean, why not?
It
It's a
sounded like
curious cat.
it sounds like an old haggard woman, and then stepping out of the shadows of the storefront is a creature much larger than the lot of you, on 4 legs, white fur, and glowing blue eyes.
That's not an old woman.
Pretty doggy.
Is that a winter wolf?
It is a winter wolf, and it sits on the stoop of the storefront, and you can see that it has, the typical glowing blue eye of its kind, but one of its eyes is not glowing blue, but looks to be like a sunken in kind of amber lit, like glowing disc rather than an eye. Like it's definitely an eye, but something is up with it.
What does wolf sound like, Grandma?
It's an old lady wolf.
Yeah.
It sits on.
Wait a minute. I've heard this story before.
It steps out and makes its presence known. And says, "My name is Istald. My eyes see more than most come nightfall. In daylight, other senses must carry forward. I long spent the service of a powerful hag who blessed me with this vision, but now she has moved on, and I wish to see the world as I once was. I can pass on to you this gift, freeing myself from it, but only if you will it so. I trade you Eye of the Moon for my own sight.
This is a very Wrath of the Righteous-esque random encounter.
Yep. Alternate art.
Fluffy.
Does it have
I think
eyeshadow?
I prefer the first one.
What, it wants to swap eyes?
That would trigger a recall knowledge if anybody wanted to click that. I'll roll for Teriani.
Bloink.
I think Teriani would be all for this. Especially if you said Lord Hag. Joe has a fetish for hags.
I mean, I guess I could type at him.
Oh, hey, I am trained.
Hey, not Joe. Yeah, you tell him. Khali, Teriani, and Yawn. None of you have any idea what the implications of this trade would be.
Can you tell us more about this eye before we...
You seem like the kind of guy who'd want a witch eye.
It grants the sight of the power of the moon. Under the night sky, you will be able to see more than anyone else. But the brightness of the day sun hurts and burns.
Is
I
it
see.
just the one eye, or is it both eyes?
Look at me right now. Look into my one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you know.
What if you get an eye
Sometimes-
patch?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they probably an eye patch.
I mean, this is seeming like just more sensitive dark. In a, I guess, meta way.
There's such a thing as select sensitivity in PF2?
Not by default.
Not by default. Well, Teriani, or not Teriani, Kirrik certainly won't take this because that seems a little too supernatural help for him.
Yeah, one of Istald's eyes blazes with the blue fire of typical winter wolves. The other one, which is not represented in the art, is milky white and shines like a full moon.
What does the Cosmic Caravan have on?
This is a very Teriani thing. This is a very Joe thing. Not even just Teriani. It's a very Joe thing.
Well, this whole session was very Joe oriented because this was going to happen, and plus he was going to have his knocked out vision, and no, he's going to do laundry instead.
Can we get the eye in it to go back?
We get I cannot be rid of this without a willing trade. It must be a trade. So I will remain here while this city burns until I can bear it no longer. But I wish to see the world again like I did in my youth. I do not have many days ahead of me, and I want to die seeing the world as it really is.
Mm.
So she will withdraw.
We tell the
And
wolf that we've got a friend. We'll bring him here. I know just the guy.
yeah, this guy who's here right now, later on, he's gonna have a little bit more agency, and he'll think about it. So yeah, she will take a rain check begrudgingly.
Cool.
Okay,
No, I
bye.
do think Joe will take that.
Are we gonna be able to find this wolf again?
I mean, yeah, you can look at where you are, and it's just now a new location.
Mm.
The winter wolf will be able to smell when Teriani has agency again and find him out.
You seem to be a whole person now.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a fucking computer RPG encounter. Hey, you want this random eye?
It's what I did in Baldur's Gate.
I love that bit.
Is that the one with you talking about the with what's his name?
Volo?
Volo. Yeah.
No,
Volo.
I did it with the hag.
Oh.
She
Oh
was,
right, that's there's also because she offers to.
she was like, "I'd get that brain worm out of you. Just lickety split. Let me stick my finger in your eye." And I was like, "Okay," and she did, and was like, "Ah, it didn't work. Guess I owe you an eye." And she gave me a hag eye.
You can also do it with Volo. He's like, yeah, I can just stick an ice pick in your eye and you're fine. And there's like a lot of options to back out. He's like, yeah, I'll just ice pick you. I swear it's gonna work. I promise, man, it'll work. And then if you go all the way through it, you lose your eye, but he gives you one that has true seeing.
Well, mine just is mostly all bad. All right, well, cool. We can leave.
Mark that down on our map.
So you didn't end up where you were trying to go. Maybe you can again. Here's a new prompt.
Oh, from Teriani. Salt in the wound.
Succeed. Yeah, that's success. You make it back to camp. This time, this is the first time you've returned to camp with no people. There's excitement amongst the both the Arataki as well as the Smiling Wolves because every time you've returned, it's been with people, and this time you were looking for one of their people as well. And very quickly, the eager smiles turn to grim scowls. Mats and Sakauchi approach, looking like hoping that you will give them any news except what you imagine you will about to say.
They didn't make it.
Sakauchi.
Thank you, mournful Kirrik.
Sakauchi says, "What do you mean they didn't make it?"
There's a dragon out there.
We went.
Well,
Yeah, we
dragon
went
thing.
outside the town.
Matt takes it pretty stoically. He gives you a very grim nod. And he walks away to a raft. Starts messing with it. Sakawashi is like, "No, Pamak, that wouldn't have happened to him. He's too smart to get caught by a dragon. Like dragons are supposed to be like, proud, dumb, brute things, right?" She starts to break down. Enuma runs up and grabs her. The rest of them kind of watch with trying to hold their feelings in.
Would
there
it be a
anything-
bad idea? Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Would it be a bad idea to tell them that we took note of where the offender may be living?
I
I
mean,
feel like that.
we can tell them that we know that what we saw a dragon. It told us it ate 2 people that matched the descriptions and showed us their bodies.
Well, there.
It showed us 2
Heads,
bodies, they're 2 heads, and one of them had the traditional looking hood that these guys wear.
We know where it is. It may be a
reasonably
problem
certain.
in the future.
Matt's comes back and he's got a very classic like treasure chest that he fits between his hands and says, "Well, Hisoi was a good person, but being lost to a dragon isn't something that I consider to be revenge, or revenge worthy. And frankly, we're starting to get less and less of the spoils here. We've been getting a raft ready for these Arutaki folks so they can move on. They're desperate to get to move toward Mendev, and you've helped us out a lot. And I don't want that to go unrewarded. You took out the hobgoblins as well as those other people that you said were mean, which I guess is a net positive. We're gonna that gives us pretty much free reign to scour the city, as far as we're aware. And so it's only fair that some of this loot goes to you. And he presents you with a cedar chest.
To warn him, if he sticks around the city too long, the dragon was making.
No,
Or a dragon might become a slight problem.
we won't be far behind you. So
Okay, good.
we're gonna leave this place to burn and go seek our fortunes back in Brevoy. Right, everybody? Yeah, right, everybody. So there's another treasure if you want to look at it.
Ooh. Cool. I like shinies.
It's a multi-tool.
There's all your wealth for the whole adventure.
Split gold and find somewhere to sell the gems. Split that?
Yeah. Matt's he tells you that they're headed back to Brevoy, but he will say, yeah, where is it that you're going to be headed? Are you going to go with these Arutaki people? Sakawachi seems to think that you're her destiny.
Yeah, I think we probably should, considering they already have some kind of relation to what we've got going on.
Yeah.
You guys all have those weird tattoos together. I figured that wasn't like trivial.
Yeah, we're a gang.
No, we're not.
Please don't advertise that. We don't know how people will take it.
Yeah, we'll go to the Arataki. We'll keep them safe.
Sakawachi pretty quickly seems to get over her kind of bawling over the death of Pamak and says, I'd been afraid to ask, but you have to come with us. Yeah, we're it's something big is happening, and you answered my call to the stars. And I think the only thing that can be an answer to my prayers is fate. Mats is
I'm sold on this idea.
okay. All right. Well, fate or no fate, you're gonna need to get the gatehouse opened. He points way, way, way down the river to the north. You can see that there is a gate on the river. It says, "I've got people there at the lock house or at the gatehouse there, keeping it closed so that nobody gets into the city without us hearing about it." So, let you run up there and let my people know that Matt said to let you through. My name should mean a lot. We'll get this raft set up and ready to go, loaded down with all your gear that we're so thrilled to give you, right?
Yeah.
Rising tides and all that.
Yeah. Rising tides.
A boat joke because you're getting on a boat.
So it's just 100 gold each, right? Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Because the gems are just treasure.
The gems are just treasure. I can move those things directly from the box to the party stash. And we can put them party stash to personal inventory. If I hit split gold, distribute coins to all characters.
Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Hypothetically, the gems could be cashed out with the wolves, but that seems in poor taste, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Unless I don't know how people are doing on bulk, but I've got some free bulk, so I can take the any tool until we can either use it or sell it later.
Yeah.
There's any tool. It's such a good thing.
It's one of those things that, like, as a person in the real, like, wow, that's really cool. And then I'm playing, I'm like, I don't know how
I'm hoarding
useful
this
actually
until we sell it.
Yeah, hoarding.
Hoarding until we sell it.
Here, we just saw a dragon.
I like
That's a buzzword.
shiny.
You gotta get out of here. There's a dragon.
You can't say the horde. You can't say the H word in front of dragons.
This is mine.
Drake's another.
If it's
Drake's
shiny
another
enough,
Drake
Khali might. If it's shiny enough, Khali might just fight a dragon for it.
Okay. Oh, we're making good progress to level 6 already.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, Matt's again thanks you for securing the city, and he says securing with a big wink. Yeah, just check on my boys at the lock house. Let them know to get the gate open when you come by, and may your fortune be this great in the future. You don't need to navigate to follow the river. You just make sure the river's on your right-hand side as you go north.
Cool.
To the lockout. As you approach, it's a 30-foot stone tower. It's built atop an artificial mound so that it can be near the river. There is a ramp that ascends a third of the way up to a crenellated battlement, and there's only one obvious entrance to this place. Although there are two open windows that are kind of covered in like creeping vines and stuff. They don't look like they're like ancient old vines that you could like climb up or anything. They just look like, kind of new growth as the city's been not being taken care of. Nobody's like hedged it back.
Mm.
Although Teriani, with a recall knowledge check, finally successful in where it matters, will recognize that these vines are a particular type of carnivorous plant that have some supernatural powers.
Yeah.
The over and under of what he remembers is, hey, if these plants have gotten into the lock house, the people inside might not be doing so hot.
Oh.
Should take a look. Maybe quicken our pace a little.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Let's go to the. Last bit, I gotta make it nighttime. Not that much night. Okay. A little bit. You can fill. See that this is kind of a squat little building. But yeah, you can see that there's the front door on the southern side with a ramp on the western side leading up to it, and then there's the big loose gate.
Loose.
Loose. The sluice is loose.
Loose loosen.
So safe for you.
Wait.
He's gonna follow Kirrik up.
Where did Teriani go?
He's there. I just got him getting his spider mounted.
He's making good decisions. So we got the one point of entry
Follow the leader.
and a bunch of plants.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any kind of lock on this door. It might have a like a bar on the inside, but if you try it, it opens easily.
Maybe give a knock.
The inside is divided into two levels. There is this lower brick stonework level on the ground floor, and then there are iron ladders and like a lattice up above that spans the breadth of the room. It's on the same level as some higher level windows. There is a deep pit on the far side of the room, full of ropes and pulleys and mechanical gears. It's clearly how you operate the gate. There is a big ominous lever nearby, seems to control it. There's some bodies dangling from the walkway, suspended in a knot of vines.
Oh goodness.
Non-vines.
Well, let's cut them down.
Dude, the people appear dead.
They do not look like they have been alive for the past day or so. Maybe longer than that. They have been dead. They're not looking particularly healthy. You would tell without rolling any dice that they are very dead.
Okay.
What Teriani's successful recall knowledge earlier would reveal that the things choking them are in fact animate carnivorous plant creatures. But they are currently hiding, which they are not necessarily anxious to betray their assassin vine tactics. Not actually assassin vine. It seems like you've got the drop on them, getting the drop on you.
This seems like an overreaction, but should we just burn the whole place down?
I don't know if you have easy ability to do that.
We still have to operate the gate, right?
Yeah.
Still have tinder twigs.
Those are just matches.
They're just
I know,
plant.
but you can use a match to start a fire.
You could use a match to set this big stone building on fire. I agree.
Set a plant on fire. It'll be fine.
Look, if I can drink a dresser, I can drink a plant.
These are plants are much more alive than dressers are.
Alright, I guess we should start trimming some vines.
Okay, articulate that.
Vines, I wish to do you harm.
Execute that. Yeah. So yeah, you walk into the room, they don't respond.
What does this look like? Are they hanging on this upper level that we can get to by this?
Yeah. So they up is how high is up? The ceiling of the whole building is 20 feet high. The iron mesh is up 10 feet, but they are dangling below. Like imagine these two guys walked under the meshway and are just kind of hanging as the vines are attached to it. And it seems like the creeping vine is coming in through a window over here.
If I wish to do the vines harm, all I have to do is stand underneath them and hack at them.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So yeah, if you were adjacent to any of those visible health bars, that would get the job done.
So I guess it's a matter of whether or not, or like what setup we want, right?
Yeah, it seems like they are waiting to ambush and are maybe not smart enough to know that they've been spotted.
Then I guess it's for you guys to set up. I have a feeling once I get adjacent to them, they'll attack.
This seems like a safe. I don't want to be in the way of the ladder. And then we probably want Teriani to have line of sight.
Yeah. Once you guys are where you're at, I'll see if I can step here and see what happens.
Yeah. When they step it, or yeah, once you get adjacent to them, you can see that a creeping vine is kind of quickly reaching out to grab you. But we'll see how that resolves in initiative.
Oh man, I finally rolled over a 20 in initiative, and you gotta go and roll a 30.
Sorry. It's one of the few times I roll high.
If anybody would rather roll nature for their initiative, that would be appropriate. But perception is probably.
Man, if only we had a fire kinesis right about now.
Can't bring fire cannons.
We've got a terrorist, so.
Everything.
Fair.
All right. Well, Yawn, you can see that Kirrik is testing the waters, but you are a little quicker than he is to respond.
I would like to push Kirrik back 5 feet.
Okay. You'll
So hopefully
succeed unless he says that's a bad idea.
Sure.
Okay. Like back toward the door.
Yeah.
Neat. As one action.
Far away. Okay, I probably can't hit him with a stick from here, so...
You can.
Oh. Okay, I'll poke him with a stick. Wait. Yeah, we'll poke him with a... Kind of stab upwards. And just... try to get them out of the grating, I guess.
It's a hit. What do you know?
Wait, that damage roll doesn't seem correct.
I don't
Oh, that
know.
was unarmed. Okay. Okay.
What are you doing?
It was like I was using the strikes at the. Let me show you.
You using the HUD? Don't ever use the HUD. That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was not a great decision. I had a brief moment of like, what are my brain cells doing here? All right.
Hey, I'm trashing that.
Okay.
That's a success.
Okay.
Holy
Sorry
cow,
for
that's
the
a
technical
lot, a lot
difficulty.
of damage.
Okay. And still go. So we're just gonna keep trying to get these things out of the grate. We're gonna not do that. Kind of banging my spear against the grate, like, well, I want to get out of there.
Hey, you're not supposed to be there. Khali, you're next. Animate plants.
Shoot. Yeah, shoot it. Actually. I feel like it's not worth wasting lightning on these. So yeah, just shoot it.
If it hits.
Oh, and shoot it some more because it's fun to shoot plants. Just imagine that ricochets.
Pew. Teriani. Oh gosh, what do we want Teriani to do?
Shoot him with a rock.
He doesn't have the rock spell anymore. He got rid of it for phase bolt and needle darts.
Shoot him with darts.
Okay, nudge fate. Let's give this to Khali. You never get it.
Oh, okay.
That also means familiar of balanced luck, which we'll give to the one we're beating up, and then he'll dart it.
Whee!
I don't know. He's... Cold iron. Oh my gosh. bleed damage. Can plants bleed?
I hope so.
I mean, they have liquid in them.
Alright, well now the plants are going to get a turn finally. This is the one that is being struck. It's going to writhe violently. It is going to emanate a blast of light that fills the room, and all of you in the zone need to make fortitude saves. Supposed to be clickety. There we go. All right. Anybody gonna change their outcomes?
Nah.
I'll ride with it.
All right. Dang, that doesn't work. Yawn failed. Dang, that doesn't work either. Yawn failed. Kirrik failed. And Clickety failed. You were dazzled by the bright light.
Damn.
That was one action to do that, as it just kind of shakes and all of its blooms and petals glow incandescent or iridescently. It's going to use its second action to lash out. With reach at Teriani.
That's a lot of reach.
Yeah, it is a lot. He misses though, and he'll do an iterative third strike. Hit with the last strike. It's going to do 16 points of damage. It's trying to grab him, but does not have the actions to do so. Takes bleed damage and rolls recovery check and does not recover. The uninjured plant is gonna first clear this space out of the way. It's gonna do the same thing where it brightens the room up crazy. So another fort save from everybody. Even if you failed earlier, you gotta make it again. Clickety failed the flat check. Let's see. Yawn, you're already dazzled. You're still dazzled. Khali, critical success doesn't mean anything. Teriani critically fails though, so he is blind. He is blinded.
Rip.
And also dazzled.
How long is he blinded for?
Secret.
Secret. That's code for forever. We'll tell Teriani he should take the deal now that his eyes are broken.
Yeah, it's like, hey, okay, well, now that I have busted eyes, I'm sure to happy to take the deal, no problem. A strike against Khali, which is a miss, and an iterative strike against Khali, which is also a miss.
Don't touch me.
And
Tired of being grabbed by things.
now it's Kirrik's turn. Turn that critical into a critical. You could hero point that. No. Well, are you?
I'm muted. I can hear with the flag check.
You can't you?
I don't know. I didn't know I could. I will if I can. It's not an option when I right click it.
Yeah, maybe Foundry doesn't care. Flat check. No, I should look up hero points. Hero
Yeah.
point. That's when I get hero points.
It just says a check. I guess flat checks are checks.
Hero point in player core. You can spend your hero points in one of two ways. To reroll a check. A flat check is a check. It's in the name.
Well, then I will re-roll that.
You did it.
Sweet. Critical hit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
The double 8-6.
And then I'll keep that second attack roll since I found out how it went, and that'll be my turn.
It was vulnerable to that. BT dub.
Vulnerable to slashing.
Yep. Or
Same
spirit?
reason.
Who knows? You're doing multiple kinds of damage.
It's true.
Khali, no, Yawn, you're up.
Well, that seemed like it did really well. So I'm gonna throw a unattended object.
Oh wow, it's like you're trying to shoot flowers.
I mean, it's working out better than trying to poke it with a stick and like roll it up like spaghetti.
Okay.
And then last action, I'm gonna guidance Kirrik.
It worked.
Boy.
Hooray!
Khali.
Shoot it.
Everybody else
Miss
is
it.
blinded.
What does that nudge fate do again?
If you miss by one, it makes it work, but you didn't miss by one.
Okay, cool. Reload. Okay. And
It's Teriani's turn. I didn't just give you 2 hero points, did it?
I am at 2 of 3.
Can't remember if you used your first hero point.
Cannot either.
Well, this turn may be terrible. Let's nudge fate Kirrik. It worked.
Extempore.
Let's familiar of balanced luck. Ooh, I don't know if this gets triggered by targeting or not. Oh, well, it prompted, so I guess so. Let's try Void Warp.
That's a fun one.
It was terrible.
I thought it was fun. I didn't say it was good.
It's the vine's turn. Do it for the vine.
Do for the vine.
It has a tasty little morsel here. Let's strike Kirrik and succeed.
Ash.
It's going to do 15 damage as it lashes you, and then it's going to full map grab you.
Why is it full map?
So normally it would just say automatic grab as an action, but Remaster made it so that when they have plus grab, they have to make a check. But it is arguably worse because things that tend to have plus grab tend to also be very good at grabbing.
Well, yeah, I get that, but why is it full map and not just map?
Because it resolves as part of the first action.
So by full map, you mean no map?
Oh yes, but it has all of its. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that's what was confusing me. Like, why is it having a -10?
By full
Okay.
map, I mean no map. So anyway,
I was advocating against
a
myself.
success. You're grabbed.
Grab it.
And then its last action is going to squeeze the bajoos. Fort save, please. It constricts.
Supposed to be good at these. Hey, Lamau.
All right, half of 8 bludgeoning. Kirrik.
Here we go swinging again. I'm gonna switch my icon and then attack. Okay, Lamau. Ah, weak. Almost minimum.
Not enough to break the grab.
Let's go again. Yeah. Rip. Alright, this turn.
Yawn, you're up.
Oh, that's the measurement tool. All right, gonna here and telekinetic projectile. So many buttons.
Eat.
And that's turn.
Hey, you're no longer dazzled either. Khali.
Like, gonna shoot it. And hopefully not Kirrik.
I like that Khali's Nudge Fate and Kirrik's Nudge Fate are lined up right next to each other, so the brains are having a little conversation.
Wait, really?
Brain trust.
Button. Roll.
It's a hit.
Okay. Reload. And shoot it some more.
It's not a
Miss
hit.
it.
Teriani. Baby magic missile. Oh my gosh, you missed a concealment.
How long are we dazzled for?
He's dazzled because he critically failed, so he was blinded for a round and then dazzled for a round.
Uh,
I guess do the nudge fate rigmarole to maintain familiar balance luck. And then it's the Vine's turn. Get rid of Teriani. Dazzled. Alright, it's got you grabbed. So it is going to single action maintain the grab. Second action constrict you, so prompting for a fort save. So half of this bludgeoning damage. Its last action, it's going to try and blind everyone again. Hey, I hate Khali.
Ellie is susceptible to shiny this time.
all 8 eyes blind.
Too many eyes. Yawn, you're fine. And now it's Kirrik's turn. He's taking it.
Attack. Oh wait, does that kill it?
It didn't.
Does that kill it?
Yes.
Stop! It's already dead.
I'm gonna drink my foods.
All that plant juice. This is the healthiest foe you've ever drunk.
Yeah, it's just a kale smoothie.
So yeah, it looks like the Smiling Wolves who are manning this post are not in good shape. Kirrik,
dead?
yeah, they're very dead.
Where're those guys?
And Kirrik, it takes you a moment to get yourself untangled from this strangling plant. That's cool, I guess.
Should we go let Mats know that his boys are dead?
I mean, he went off in another direction, right?
Have they left yet?
Teriani.
No.
I assume they would collect their guys before they left.
Yeah, he didn't. He's still here. He said he's gonna like give the town another once over now that you've secured the city. Wink, wink.
You sure we got rid of all the vines?
Yeah, how does this work? Like, if I look outside, do I see like a little trail of vine umbilical cord? Or because like clearly they came in through the window, but do they grow and then get big enough, or how does vine anatomy work? What's the life cycle of a vine?
Well, it turns into TikTok.
Yeah.
Teriani.
Make a nature check.
This
I don't
is
have to.
absolute-
I don't have to
This is
answer
absolutely
questions. I can
irrelevant.
just make your character do it. That's not a secret check. I'm gonna put it in the garbage.
You're right. It's a dang shame it was such a good roll.
So you think that you could probably kill this plant? It is a vine. So it just kind of creeped in through the window. It probably Kirrik, you have an innate understanding of it. You did really well on this, and you expect that it has some sort of sensory perception to attract it toward like living creatures, and it more than likely feeds on like carrion and stuff, because it's not gonna, unless it catches something that moves under it, it's just kind of gonna move toward a body. But you deduce that this building has been occupied, that it attracted this thing that was probably just natural, to climb inside and eventually strangle these guys.
Ah,
It did manage to grab multiple of you, but it clearly has the anatomy that it could have continued to grab people. So hypothetically, these two, like this was two instances of it for the purposes of combat, but it was really just one creature, and it was enough to grab all of you if it had wanted to, or if it had the ability to survive.
so do I feel like this is handled?
Yeah, you feel like you have the skills to, like, it's not strong enough to continue to attack. If you move around the outside of the building and, like, cut it away from it, it's like making these kind of pitiful lashes at you that are not, they're not anything that you need to be worried about in a lethal manner.
Cool.
But you can prevent it from being a
Can you
problem for
heal
anybody
Teriani
else.
for that 13 damage?
Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. I love bookkeeping.
Keeping. But yeah, it does not look like Meth's guys survived their gatekeeping duty. You could open the gate if you wanted to. There's clearly a mechanism on the far side of the wall. Khali, you do not detect any magic in here. Those the corpses of the guys don't appear to have any gear on them of worth.
Do they have any keepsakes we could take back to Matt's?
I mean, you could take their bodies.
That seems like a lot of work.
Oh, okay.
Do I have the carrying capacity for that?
You could take the news that they died.
That's some really heavy news. I don't know if I have the bulk for that
You
either.
did that twice in a day. You're like, hey, you're dropping guys.
This is bad luck.
But don't want to start a new thing because it's hitting 9 o'clock. And we got to decide if Teriani wants to go get his Haggai or not.
Well, that's how we'll. If we're gonna call it at 9, then we can just say that we go back and tell Matt's about his guys, and then between there and on the way back, we run to the wolf again, and then Joe can make a decision next session.
Yep. I'm gonna post this box of text, so it'll be here waiting for us next time, which is Matt's parting words is some advice. Here. Here.
Somewhere.
Click. It's not posted. Maybe I need a Matt's token. Ooh, weird. I think it's broken, or it's going to post 10,000 times.
Well, no excuse to not see the exposition for session if it does that.
I mean, I'll copy paste it, but it'll be gross.
Oh, there it goes.
No, that's not it. It's supposed to be formatted all pretty. Let me find another box text. That didn't work either. I'm going to report a bug.
Hmm. That's rather ominous.
Ominous.
Ominous. Woof, 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 woof.
Oof, 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 oof.
Woof, woof, woof.
Well, cool. Go into Mendev.
Sounds like we're going to a ship graveyard.
I don't know if any of you guys are comfortable navigating a raft or salvaging a ship, but fortunately, your Arataki seafarer people very much are. So now we have a huge party.
Woohoo!
The more the murderier.
That does tend to be our motto.
I don't know. My level 6 feet will be.
You have 6 feet.
It might just be reactive strike.
Eight party members.
A lot of members.
Count on 2 hands for that.
Ulukuk has a broken leg is a bit of a problem, and Denigi has been poisoned and will take a couple of days to recover from that. But Enuma seems ready to lead this expedition, and Sakawachi is special.
Special. Useful, I promise.
Really wants to learn how to work a boat from these people.
And a follow-up kill. How are schedules looking? Any reasons we need to change?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll be good on this for a while. I should be here next week. I'll be coming back from Anchorage, but we'll probably leave at like 9, so I should be back in time.
Are you around on Sunday the 18th? Because I have a level 3 to 6 Pathfinder scenario that's pretty good, and you might like it. It's an Agatha
18th.
Christie episode.
Wow. The 18th of August? Yeah, I'll be here.
18th of August.
I don't know of any reason why I would not be, except for no, Joe leaves by then. Joe's coming up that week, but I think he'll be gone by then.
Oh, well, we'll just hang out with Joe.
I don't know how long he's gonna be here for.
I'm gonna have to change my whole schedule because he's an important guy.
You get to actually meet Joe.
Ah,
He's tall.
not taller than me.
I think he might be.
It's gonna be problems.
Because he's definitely taller than me. I don't know how much taller than me you are. I want to say he's 6'3".
Pretty tall.
Yeah.
All right,
You probably got more hair than him, though,
I'm-
so you went on that part.
I'm gonna go stretch my legs.
All right, have
All right,
fun.
that was
Bye,
20,
everybody.
20 sessions of Gatewalkers. We're, I think, explicitly in the halfway point of the entire campaign now.
Nice. I can't wait to cash that into my PFS. and do something with
Just like the Abomination Vaults one that you didn't.
it. Just like fucking Age of Ashes.
Hey, Abomination Vaults is ready. You just got to give me ID numbers.
Yeah.
I've already cashed mine in and made characters.
Yeah, I'll wait till the next playtest. Just cash them all into that character.
Make a commander. What are they called?
Yeah. Hey, Commander. Commander and Defender?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bye, everybody.
All right. Good night.